Hi there, my name is Alexandre Barreiros. I had decided to create this cast after discovering that few .NET web developers know dynamic data, and every day I have the need to build from scratch full data-driven websites. ESP.NET Dynamic Data can be a useful tool for these developers who want to build great functionality with less effort. ASP.NET Dynamic Data can be defined as a combination of Entity Framework and ASP.NET routing. For this webcast, I will use the famous .NET database example supplied by Microsoft in Coldplex, the famous AdventureWorks. Let's start our demo then. Let's open Visual Studio, then we go to File, New, Project, we select Web and then ESP.NET Dynamic Data Entities Web Application. Let's give it a friendly name. And let's make OK. At this point, Visual Studio had created the structure for our project. We had said in the beginning of this cast that ASP.NET Dynamic Data is conceptual entity framework and ASP.NET routing. Let's start by creating our entities. We select Add, New Item. Here you select the category data and then Adeo.NET Entity Data Model. In this place you choose a name for your model. Typically we use the name of the database, so I will use Adventures, Add, we select Generate from Database. Here we select our connection, new connection, we select the server, and the database. You can select also what is your kind of authentication and use a certain username. In my case, for this demo, I will maintain the Windows authentication. Let's test the connection. Succeeded. Let's say OK. Next. Now Visual Studio will get all the data from the database. We have the tables, the views and the store procedures. For my demo, I will select all the tables only and I will click Finish. At this time Visual Studio is generating the entity framework model for this database. As you can see, here it is our database. If we go here, you can see there's entity templates, the field templates, the image and the entity model. If you need to change the way your data will be displayed, is in this folder that you should act. Now that we already have our model, let's take a journey into ASP.NET routing for this demo. ASP.NET routing allows apps to respond to address that does not exist. A route is a simple pattern that maps to an HTTP handler. If we go to global ASAX, here you have defined the register routes. That is a method that is called when the web app starts. We should uncomment the register context. This line is used to register the entity framework data context. So here you should put our data context, that is Adventures Works Entities. Now in this property you should turn it to true. This property allows the end user to see the entities. Here you have the head of the dynamic route, and that's all. Let's run our application, and here you have a fresh new website that allows us to manipulate all our data. If you choose address, here we have some filters too. You can edit the data, for example update. You can see all details. You can also delete some item, and this is made for alert you that if you have tables like this that have some foreign keys, your work is not done yet. You have to create exception handling. You also can insert new items like address 1, address 2, Lisbon, choose insert. As you can see, also validation are enabled. Can insert, and here you have so this is a way to use dynamic data to generate your data-driven websites. There's no need to code all day to have these results. I hope this information can be helpful for you. See you soon.